we've been talking about landforms. We spent quite a bit of time talking about them last week. So we're going to watch this quick little video. This is actually a science teacher that put this lesson together, and he made actually a cartoon of himself to kind of teach this lesson. So it's pretty cool. So we're going to talk about some of the major landforms that we've been studying, and then I'm going to ask you some questions after. So I want you paying close attention, okay?
Well, the cartoon version, Mr. DeMayo. And today I'm going to teach you about landforms on the planet Earth. Now the first one we're looking at right now is one you've probably all seen before. These things are called mountain ranges. Now you've all heard of mountains before. These are just a group of mountains. So let's try to talk to this mountain over here. Hey, mountain, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. DeMayo, I hear you just fine.
Now, mountain, before I move on to someone else, can you tell me some interesting things about you?
Well, I have steep sides and pointy tops, but one thing not a lot of people know about me is that the older I get, the more rounded my tops get. Pretty cool, huh?
Wow, that is pretty cool. So how about we go ahead and meet my next friend? Hey guys, can you see me? Oh, I'm all the way down here. What do you say we zoom in a little bit? Much better. As you guys can probably tell, I am between two mountains. And this specific type of area is called a valley. And that's exactly what it is. It's a lowland between two mountain ranges. So let's go ahead and meet my next friend. Now this one's a little bit tricky. You see, it's very similar to a mountain, except it's flat on the top. It has steep sides, just like a mountain, but not the pointy tops. And this guy right here is called a plateau. Let's talk to this guy and see if he has any tips to help us remember him. Okay, first of all, why are you standing on my head? Second of all, I have one tip to help you remember me, and it goes plateau, plateau, plateau. Get it? Do you get it? Like flat. Now this next one right here is pretty cool. You see, it's a body of land that is almost completely surrounded by water. And when I say surrounded, I mean it's almost all the way around it, but you see it's still connected to a mainland. That's what makes it different from this next guy, which is an island. Oh my gosh, it looks like I'm on a screensaver. See, this thing right here is called an island. It's a body of land that is completely surrounded by water. And when I say completely surrounded, I mean it's on every single side. It does not connect to a mainland at all. This next guy right here is called a plain. No, not a plane like those things that fly in the air. I'm talking a plain landform. And that's exactly what it is. It's very plain. There's nothing to it. It's like a plain bagel, a plain slice of pizza. It's a flat lowland with very little hills, no mountains. Very plain. Who you calling plain, man? With your sweatshirt. I'm not that plain.
Yeah, I am actually very plain, but just don't tell nobody.
You've probably all heard of these before, whether it's Lake Erie or Lake Michigan. I mean, they're pretty famous, but do you know what they actually are? Well, I'll tell you. It's a body of water that is completely surrounded by land. When I say surrounded, I mean it doesn't connect to anything like an ocean. I mean it's just land all around it, water in the middle. It's a lake.
I'm not a lake, you're a lake. Lake. Whatever, man. Just come swim with me.
Now this next guy here is called a river. I'm sure you all have heard of that before too. You see, it's surrounded by land on both sides, but the difference between a river and a lake is that a river is very narrow, very skinny, and it usually leads to another body of water.
Oh, you forgot to tell them that I'm fresh water, man. Unlike an ocean is salt water, but us lakes and rivers, most times we are fresh water.
So that's the end of my lesson on landforms. And remember, there are many other types of landforms out there, but these are just a few that I hope get stuck in your head. Have a good night.
Okay, awesome. So, just turn your body this way. All I want you to do is just circle around. You don't need to move anywhere. All right, so who can tell me one of the landforms we just learned about in this video, and what do you know about it? Don't just name it for me. What do you know about it? Carmen?
An island.
An island. What do you know about an island?
That's surrounded and it's surrounded by all the sides.
Surrounded by what on all sides?
Water.
By water. So it's land surrounded by water on all sides, right? Okay. All right, Evie, what's one you learned about?
A plateau.
Plateau. What do you know about a plateau?
It's kind of like a mountain. It's steep, like on the edges, so it's very hard to climb up.
What makes it different than a mountain?
It's different because it has a little flat top, and mountains have a peak, like a little round part.
Excellent. Okay, so the plateau is like a mountain. It's nice and high, but it's got that smushed down flat top, right? Okay, Adio, what did you learn about?
A river.
A river. What do you know about a river? What makes a river a river?
It's like a lake, except it's skinnier than a lake.
Okay.
It's surrounded by on some sides it's surrounded by land.
Okay, it's got land on two sides of it.
And then,
It's more narrow. Okay, and did you hear the part where they said a river almost always leads to a larger body of water? So a lot of times that river leads into a lake, okay? Emma, what else did you learn about? A what?
plain.
A plain. What do you know about a plain?
It's plain, and there's nothing to it. It's just like it's just like flat. It has very small hills,
Okay.
and it's just plain.
What do you normally see on the surface of a plain? What's that typically
Grass.
like? Typically just like grass, right? Do we see a lot of trees, a lot of bushes?
There might be flowers.
Oh, there could be flowers. Okay. Melina,
A lake.
a lake. What do you know about a lake?
That there's land surrounding it on all sides.
So it's kind of like opposite of an island. An island is land with water all the way around it. So a lake is water with land all around it, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like opposites. Brazos, your arm's going to fall off. What?
A valley.
A valley. What do you know about a valley?
It's in between two mountains.
Okay.
Sometimes there might be a little bit of water in between them.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a V.
Kind of like a V, because your two mountains are coming down. It's that low part between the two mountains. Perfect. Colin?
A mountain range.
A mountain range. What's the difference between a mountain and a mountain range? What's the difference, Colin?
A mountain, it has no, it doesn't have the mountain limit, and
Okay.
the mountain range is a group of mountains.
Excellent. Okay. So mountain is just the one hanging out by itself. A range means a whole entire group of mountains. Perfect. Do you remember what the mountain said happens to him over time, to his peak on top? Does anybody remember what happens over time? Why? What happens over time?
His top gets round.
His top. Why do you think that would happen? If he starts out very pointy with that peak, why do you think over time his top is getting more rounded out? Why do you think it's less of a point and more round at the top? Why do you think that's happening, or how is that happening?
Because it's breaking.
Okay. What might cause it to be breaking?
It's the crust, I think.
Okay.
It might be the crust in the middle of the earth.
Okay.
It might be the crust is breaking.
Okay.
So the mountain breaks.
Okay.
And sometimes in 94 mountains is the crust gets smushed together, and it's something like that, and it gets rounder,
Okay.
and it shrinks.
Perfect. Okay. Ethan, what do you think?
I think it's because he's getting older. Since he's getting older, he's getting weaker and weaker and weaker every second.
Okay.
And it's just getting flat.
Okay. Very good. Wyatt, do you want a thought?
Because since it's getting so old that sometimes it gets so weak that the gravel will get loose and fall down.
Right. Do you think after a bunch of rain and wind and snow and stuff coming down on it over time, it's just going to kind of wear it down a little bit? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So,
But how will it wear down
Well, believe it or not, after so much force of the rain and weather and all the extreme temperatures and winds, over time, that will start to just wear away at it. That's part of why it rounds out. So, okay, perfect. Let me ask you some questions. I'm going to show you all the things that we're going to use in our Landform cookies. I need to know from you what you think each part is going to be. So, first of all, this is going to be your plate. I purposely chose blue for a reason. What do you think? Adia, would you sit all the way flat, darling?
Yes.
Who can tell me what they think this blue plate is going to be? Melina?
Water.
Okay, water of some sort. It could be a lake, or what else could it be that we didn't talk about today? What's the other thing?
Pond.
Oh, hands up. What could it be, Carmen?
Ocean.
It could be the ocean. Is it very likely that it's a river?
No.
Probably not.
It's usually skinny.
Okay,
Long
perfect.
and
So we're going to go with either ocean or lake, okay? Then we have our cookie that's going to sit here on our water. What landform might our cookie be, Wyatt?
Land.
Island.
It is going to be land. What kind of land?
Island.
An island. Perfect, okay? Because it's out. What makes this an island? What makes the cookie the island? Mason, what makes it an island?
It's surrounded by water.
Surrounded by water on all sides.
And because it's yellow like sand.
Okay, that works for me. Now, our first thing we're going to do when I get you set back down and get you your cookie, I'm going to get you some chocolate icing. I'm going to give everybody a little dollop, and you're going to have one of these little sticks, and you're going to spread it out on your cookie as much as possible, okay? Once you get it spread, once it's all spread and I see that it looks okay, you're allowed to lick the stick before you throw it away. Now, this is only going to be on there to kind of be kind of like the dirt, okay? This isn't really any kind of landform, anything. It's just kind of be the dirt, okay? And then give me just a second. Then I'm going to bring you around some green coconut to sprinkle on. What do you think our island is going to look like once I get this green coconut on it for you? What landform will it look like?
Plain.
It's going to look like a plane, right? Because it's going to have that green grass all over it, yet it's flat, okay?
I don't like coconut.
Okay, well, we're all putting coconut on it. So later tonight, if you choose to pick the coconut off when you eat it, you absolutely can do that, okay?
I love coconut.
Okay. All right, the next thing I have,
I've never even tried I love coconut.
so far I should, okay, here we go. So far we should be okay. All right, so I have this, of course we're going to unwrap, we're not going to keep it silver.
I know who.
Okay, Ethan. We're going to have one of these, and then we're going to have two of those, and we're going to have some little bitty miniature ones of them. So what do you think this might be, and what do you think this might be? Wyatt, what might the big one be?
A mountain.
A mountain. What might the little one be, Ethan?
A hill.
A hill. Okay? So you're going to have a couple mountains, and you're going to have some hills. I got a tricky one for you. I want to know what you think this one might be. Hold on.
I already know it's plateau.
Oh my, I have yellers. All right, so we're going to have this little bar that's going to sit on there. What might this one be, Evie?
A plateau.
A plateau, okay? Now, it's not quite as steep as our mountain. We're just going to kind of have to pretend a little bit. But what we're looking at is that flat top, right? Then I'm going to come around with this blue icing, and I'm going to give you a little squeeze across your cookie. It's going to be a line, a little squiggly line across it. So what might that represent, Melina?
A river.
A river. What makes you think it's going to be a river?
Because rivers are usually skinny.
Okay.
And squiggly.
Perfect. All right. Perfect. So here's what I need for you to please do. Give me 5 if you're hearing my words. All right. What I need you to do is I need you to have a seat. I'm going to have a couple of friends helping me out, but I'm only going to get help from friends who are listening and follow my instructions. If you will have a seat quietly, super quiet. All right, let's see. Evie, can you take everybody a plate?
Sure.